Welcome to my channel. My name's Tom Peter and today we're going to do a 20-minute no equipment holiday workout. We're going to do a full body routine and you can just do it as a follow along with me. We're going to get started shortly with a squat opposite knee to elbows. So you're going to put your hands behind your ears, get ready to go. We're going to take the opposite elbow to the opposite knee and alternate sides. Don't worry if you can't quite get your elbow to touch your knee. I just want you to get as close as you can. And when you come to this top position, I want you to keep your upper back muscles engaged, keep your chest nice and open and your elbows pulled backwards. The next exercise is going to be an inchworm. There's going to be no gap, so I just want you to come to one end of your mat. You're going to hinge at the hip, reach your hands towards your toes, walk out into a press-up position, hinge back, touch your toes and stand. If you can initiate the hinge without bending your back, that would be fantastic. And then you can flex through your spine. And if you still can't touch your toes, you can then bend your knees as a last resort. You'll see me do a lot of this on my knuckles, but feel free to do it on the flats of your palms throughout. On this next one, I want you to stay in the press-up position. You're going to take one foot on the outside of one hand, turn towards it, and then alternate. So you're going to take the foot, you're going to plant it on the outside of one of your hands, and then you're going to turn towards that front leg, opening out your chest and upper back. Just keep alternating sides until the 30 seconds is up, and then I want you to get back up on your feet, ready to get the heart rate up. So making your way up to your feet, you're going to get the heart rate up with some jump switches. Let's go. You're staying on the balls of your feet. You can get your arms moving with it as well, get some blood flowing to your upper body. Try and react off the floor with a nice explosive rep. Ideally, both feet should be landing at the same time. And rest. You got 30 seconds off before we go into the main workout. That's the warm-up done. The main workout is going to consist of 2 rounds of 5 different exercises. Once you've done those 2 rounds, we're going to change the exercises and do another 2 rounds of the new ones. So we're going to go in 10 seconds. The first exercise we're going to do is a squat with a reverse lunge after it on each leg. You can also jump these. I'll show you all the variations. So squat, reverse lunge, next leg reverse lunge. You continue that, and if you're feeling fit, you can do a jump squat into some jump reverse lunges. You'll see how I do them in a second. If you're feeling coordinated, you can try and alternate which leg you lead forwards with. So the next exercise we're going to move on to is what I call an oblique climber, a stepping version of it. So you're going to be in a press-up position and you're going to bring your opposite knee towards your opposite elbow. My top tip is to keep your shoulders over your hands. So you're just going to draw that knee up and across. You might be able to gently touch your arm or just get as close as you can. I'm doing it on my knuckles, but feel free to do it on your palms if that's more comfortable. You're really tucking those hips under, trying to make contact with the arm. And rest. We're going to get the heart rate back up by doing some jump in and out squats. We're going to start with your feet together. We're going to jump out into a wide squat, and then we're going to hop back to the middle. Each time we come to the middle, we're just going to hop off our toes and go back into that full sumo squat. Trying to keep your chest relatively upright so you're not collapsing forwards. You just got a little tiptoe hop off the center, and then feet should be fully flat when you go into that sumo squat. And rest. So So next up, we're going to do some cross-body toe taps. So you're going to be in a press-up position with your feet slightly wider than you would have for a press-up. And what you're going to do is you're going to reach under your body, touch the opposite toe if you can, and look under that armpit as you do it. Don't worry if you can't quite reach your toes, just reach as far as you can. You want to come all the way back into this press-up position in between toe taps, engaging your glutes and making sure that you don't drop your lower back into too much of an arch. And rest. So we're going to come on to the final exercise of this round before you get a slightly longer break. We're going to do some alternating side lateral lunges. So start in the center of the mat with your feet together. You're going to step out to one side, drop into that lateral lunge, and then switch in the middle. We're going to try and keep the lunging knee out and the trailing leg straight. So don't let that bent leg collapse into the center. Keep it pushed to the outside and make sure that leg is locked on the straight leg as you drop into the lunge. And rest. So you got 30 seconds off before we do that round once more. After that, we've got 2 more rounds, but for the next 2 rounds, we're going to do different exercises. So take a quick second to get some water on, and then you've got to get ready to go for those squat to lunges. So the first exercise, if you're feeling fit, you're going to do the jump squat to jump lunges. If you just want to take it back a notch, you're going to do the standard squat to reverse lunges. Let's get ready to go, and we're off. Next up, we've got the oblique mountain climbers, stepping the knee towards the opposite elbow, alternating sides. Next, we have the in and out squat hops. If you need to give your knees a lower impact workout, you can always just alternate steps out to the side and just drop into a regular squat. But if you can do this jumping version, you're just going to hop out into that sumo squat, hop back off the toes. Like I said, if you need the easier version, just have your feet together, step out to one side to do a squat, and then transfer feet in the middle, step out to the other side and do another squat. Okay, so we're on to the cross-body toe taps. So you're in that press-up position with slightly wider feet than normal. You're going to go under your body and touch the opposite toe, trying to keep as flat back as possible. Now we're on to the final exercise of this round. You're going to do those lateral lunges, alternating sides. Hopefully you're warmed up by now, so you should be able to increase the depth slightly from your first round. So that's the end of those rounds. We're going to move on to new exercises now. We've got 6 exercises to do, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and you're going to do 2 rounds. We're going to start off with a nice slow negative push-up. That means you're just going to go slowly on the way down, and then you can either just reset off your knees or you can do a push-up on the way up. I'll show you a few different difficulty levels so you can pick what's appropriate for you. So let's go as slowly down as you can in a push-up. When you get to the bottom, most people will drop to the knee to come up with a kneeling push-up and then reset. So we're going full push-up on the way down and then kneeling push-up on the way up. If you know you're really good at push-ups, you could just do a nice slow negative on the way down and then just a positive rep on the way up. If you're struggling with the full negative, you could just do a kneeling push-up on the way down and then reset your hips coming back to the top. Okay, so coming onto your back now, we're going to do a bicycle crunch. So you're going to have your hands on your temples and you're going to do opposite elbow towards the opposite knee, and you're just going to keep switching. Let's go. Next up, we've got another ab exercise. We're going to do some Otis ups. You're going to have a slight bend in your legs. You're going to put your arms straight. You're going to try and minimize the amount you swing with your arms. And you're going to sit bolt upright as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. Let's go. Make sure your posture nice and upright, lengthening up through the spine, and then maintain some control on the way down. Next, we're going to move on to a reverse crunch. So you're going to stay lying on your backs. You're going to have your hands by your side. You're basically going to roll your knees towards your chest and get your tailbone to come off the floor. The straighter your legs, the easier it is, and the more bent your legs, the harder it is. When you're lowering your legs down, try not to let your lower back arch off the floor. Obviously your tailbone should be rolling off when you come up towards your chest, but on the way down there should be no arching in your lower back. This is going to be a new one for some of you. We're going to do a reverse Nordic curl. I recommend folding your mat over to give your knees something softer to kneel on. You're going to come upright and basically, like a matrix style lean, you're going to lean back. And then using your quads, you're going to push yourself back to the top position. I've put my hands on my stomach because I'm being conscious not to change my core position. So you shouldn't be arching your back, you shouldn't be hunching forwards. The key is to keep tight glutes throughout and then push off your shins to push your back upright. Just go as far as you can keep it neat for. So don't worry about trying to copy my range of motion, just do what you can. And on to the final exercise on this round. You're going to lie on your back and we're going to do a hollow hold. There's a lot of variations on a hollow hold that we can do, but they all involve having your lower back flat to the floor throughout. So you're just going to open out into this shallow dish position. If you want to make it easier, you can bring one knee into your chest, doesn't matter which one. If you want to make it even easier, you can bring your hands down by your pockets. You still want your head and shoulders to be slightly off the floor, almost doing a slight crunch position. You shouldn't be on your tailbone, you should actually be on your lower back. So this is not like a Russian sit position, this is a hollow hold. And rest. So we're going to go through those 6 exercises one more time and then you've finished the workout. So feel free to get yourself some water, just relax your abs a little bit, help them recover, And then we're going again. We're going to start off with those negative press ups and pick the difficulty level that suits you, whether you're doing a full press up on the way down or whether you're doing a kneeling push up on the way down. You might want to mix and match with a full on the way down and a kneeling on the way up. Let's go. Next, we're moving on to a bicycle crunch, hitting the abs and obliques. We're going to take the opposite elbow towards the opposite knee and switch relatively quickly. And let's go. Next, we got those Otis ups. So you're going to straighten your legs out a little bit, still keeping a slight bend. You're going to try and minimize the amount of swing with your arms, maximize the reach up to the ceiling, and maintain some control on the way down also. We've got the reverse crunches next. So your hands are coming by your side. You're going to roll your knees towards your chest with your tailbone rocking off the mat. And then when you lower your legs down, don't let your lower back arch off. Let's go. So we're onto that reverse Nordic curl. So you need to fold your mat over or use a cushion underneath your knees. You're going to lean back, keeping tight glutes and a nice straight body line, using your quads to push your back up to the top. Just use the range of motion that you can maintain a straight body line with. So we're on to the final exercise of the workout now. We're doing a hollow hold. Remember to pick the difficulty level that suits your ability. So I'm demonstrating the full hollow hold. Your lower back's flat to the floor, head and shoulders slightly off, legs out straight. If you're struggling, just bring one knee into your chest or bring your arms down by your sides, or do both. Great job on completing that workout. Thanks for following along with me. If you could put in the comments which of the exercises that you enjoyed the most and which one you found most difficult, I'd love to hear from you. I'll make sure I get back to you on that as well. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and also consider subscribing. Have a look through some of my other follow alongs. There's loads on there that you can get involved with. Give them a try and let me know how you get on. See you soon.